Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Angela, and we are continuing with our episodes about mental health. And May is a mental health awareness month, so we are doing it even more harder. As I said in the previous video, we are looking at the common mental health disorders in our communities, and number one being depression. So we are looking at depression. What is depression? Depression is a mood disorder that causes persistent feelings of sadness, emptiness, and loss of interest or inability to feel pleasure. This affects how we feel, think, behave, sleep, and eat. It affects our eating habits and sleeping habits, how we think, feel. Like you remember what we said in the components of mental health, it is beyond the presence of a mental health disorder, but it also encompasses so many other areas of our lives. So individuals with depression are unhappy, anxious, worried, and nervous for a long time, normally beyond 2 weeks, consecutive weeks. Like this feeling of unhappiness and sadness goes for 2 weeks and beyond. In simple terms, depression is the state of feeling unhappy without hope for the future. As we shall look at the symptoms of depression, individuals with depression are hopeless. They feel hopeless, like nothing good is going to happen to them. They feel like they have done everything and they have gotten to the end of it all. It is normal to feel sad about something like loss of a job, loss of a loved one, divorce, or separation, but depression persists for 2 weeks and beyond. For 2 weeks and beyond, and every day you are faced with these symptoms for 2 weeks and beyond. Without treatment, it can get worse and lead to self-harm or suicidal ideations, and eventually some people die by suicide. So depression is very serious, and as we shall talk about the types of depression, so many of us have lived with it because there is that mild and moderate that we live with it every day. Yes, there is that depression that goes for more than 2 weeks. We are going to look at that. A depression isn't just sadness alone. It involves symptoms like sleep problems, loss of interest in activities, and change of appetite, among others, as we shall look at them. So now let's look at the types of depression. There are quite many, but I'll choose a few, the familiar ones. Okay, the ones we can relate with. There is what we call the clinical depression, or we call the major depressive disorder, MDD. This means you have felt sad, low energy, worthless most days for at least 2 weeks, while having other symptoms. Like we said, it is not just sadness, but there are a couple of other symptoms like sleep problems, loss of interest, change of appetite, and this is the most common and severe type. Number two, persistent depressive disorder, or the PDD. It is the mild or moderate depression that lasts for at least 2 years. This is what I was talking about. It is there. The mild symptoms, you are sad, but it does not affect your everyday work. You are sad, you lose appetite, your appetite is on and off, your sleeping habits are changing, um, uh, over and again, and you go on like this for 2 years. You are depressed, but you do not even know. So, but because these symptoms are less, they are less severe, not like the one for MDD, we live with this depression for quite a long period of time. And there is what we call the disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. It is DMDD. It's a mood disorder that causes chronic, intense irritability and frequent anger outbursts, and this is common in children. The DMDD is common in children, where you see children always having those anger outbursts from nowhere. They burst. Mommy, no! Then, and you are wondering what is happening. They are depressed, and this happens in children from the age of 10 and above. That is also depression. Also, children go through depression, and with these signs, then you can know could be my child is depressed, and you may seek support. There is this the premenstrual syndrome, or one we call PMS. This causes symptoms such as extreme irritability, anxiety, and depression, but it improves before periods or even during periods, but after periods, these symptoms disappear, like they subside slowly by slowly after the periods. This is mainly during periods. I remember in my high school, I would get irritable during my periods. I didn't want a guy to approach me, not to ask me anything, not even a good morning. I would be very, very rude. And I didn't know this. You see, sometimes we are going through things and we do not even know what to call it. We do not know its name. Yes, they will tell us it is the change, it is because of the change of hormones, but everything has a name. But because we do not know, we just look at things and we let them be. And then there is that prenatal or postpartum depression that happens during pregnancy and weeks after pregnancy. Now, pregnancy is also another process. It is something different. Like you are not used to this, especially the first moms that you are becoming a mom for the first time. Everything is new. Now it causes depression and sometimes anxiety because you do not know what to expect. You do not know what will happen. You have a lot of expectations and a lot of worries, and this sometimes puts them into depression. But that also clears after 3 months of delivery. Now, these symptoms go on slowing down until they disappear completely. Now, those are the few types of depression I could talk about, and we will look at the in the next video we will look at the causes of